So morning everybody, another great, very radiant morning. And in this morning, things are shaped a bit different on the soccer platform. We don't have the typical soccer fixtures like we always do week in, week out. In this very stretch of the weekend, we have different competitions going on, and with this competition, or rather what's unusual or different about these competitions, is that each and every respective continent, countries will go up against countries. The men soccer teams will be out to play each other. So there are all these very many competitions that have been going on. So in this very weekend, that will gear back into action. So on this part of the world, the American continent, you have a competition called Concacaf, All Nations League competition. So that will swing back into action. And guess what? We got a great, very delectable game coming up. This matchup is between two very old arch rivals, the United States and Canada. Two very traditional arch rivals. They've squared it out before, and trust me, every time the two sides come up against each other, I mean, it's usually a ball of fire radiating from these very actions. So I'm not expecting anything short of that. Come this evening, the two teams will swing into action, or the game will play at around 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's just one of those great games that gets people absolutely on edge and creates a very overwhelming atmosphere of tension. So it's quite a very worth your eyes kind of a fixture. So I think this is worth mentioning. It's very imperatively significant for me to mention this. This Concacaf competition is a bit advanced. We had the two teams. Actually, these are two fallen soldiers from the semi-final ties. As far as these semi-final ties, U.S. suffered a very shocking loss against a very resilient Panama team. And the whole entire time they worked their butts off. They put their absolutely best, but unfortunately they couldn't master a way to be able to overcome these Panama side. So they lost that tie against Panama, and that in itself led them to crashing out of this very lucrative tournament. As far as Canada, I think their demise was almost synonymous to the United States demise. They went up against a very lethal, very agile Mexican team. And in this competition, one thing that I was able to take away was the idea that Canada needs to dial down on defensive errors and instead dial up on, driving the net, attacking with power. In that game, what I noted was that they kept committing all these defensive errors, and it didn't take time for Mexico to slot in their first goal. A goal that it just came in so fast. Within the first 2 minutes, Mexico had already gone up by a goal. So throughout the game, you could see signs of a team that's already defeated. I think those are some of the things that the Canadian coach, hopefully, he would have addressed before, this very high-profile matchup tonight. So I think I've said enough as far as drumming up my support, or rather pretty much, persuading or, sending out my persuasive argument as far as, you guys coming out to watch this very great matchup. So I just wanna stop here and wish you all a great rest of the weekend. And I might not, I might be too busy, but if not, I will try to spare some time to analyze the performance, the results of that very matchup. So for now, you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll connect again soon. Thank you.